We have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New York Giants. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. On first down, Doyle. The short throw pulled in by Bellinger. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And this will be a Giants first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. The Giants at 3-7 now in the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 37.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Doyle under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush. And the Giants send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Now Herbert to start the drive. And he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. These two teams had met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here at MetLife Stadium to take the season series 2-0. Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He'll buy some time right. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. That'll bring up second down.
You talk about this Giant defense.
They're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
And this game for them is all about the line of scrimmage. Winning that battle, using their leverage, being the low man with power to take the offensive linemen and run them back into their own backfield and try and create some lost yardage plays.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke.
And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. We know they have these RPOs in their playbook, and look, we're seeing it here in the first quarter. You think we're going to see it as the game continues?
They trotted them out early for a reason, partner. They're letting them know that this is in the arsenal, and we rely on it. You better be prepared because this is going to be an all-day affair trying to stop them.
He's got Bellinger.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Looking to throw. Doyle. And that'll be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Off the bootleg. Doyle. Forced out to his left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. Well, he bought as much time as he could there, but eventually his clock expired.
It certainly did because they were bootlegging him out of the pocket, and I think he had some indecision as whether to run or throw. And that indecision, it wound up costing him in a big way.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And he'll get this underneath.
And now a fumble. The ball's out.
It looks like one of the DBs has it.
Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close, and it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice.
And Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They've got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Doyle. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, how about this? A fistful of sacks already. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. What an incredible start for this defense. If they keep this pace up, they could be looking at an all-time performance.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead.
Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, being the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. He'll check this one down to Gainwell.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And they work this out past the 25.
47 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
Throwing on 1st down. Doyle gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
It's another 1st down, and that'll be a gain of 21 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
2nd and 10.
Off play action. Doyle. He dumps it off to Barkley. He's across midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 41.
The disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide steps to alleviate some of the pressure. But occasionally, like the one we just saw, sometimes just hold on to the football and take the hit.
In on that stop defensively, DJ Davidson.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
There he goes, left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert.
And not much running room. Down to the 32.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Hurts sets up to throw it.
That is caught, and he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
And that's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an apple boy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Absolutely nowhere to go with the football. He's just going to put this one in the Hudson River. Maybe he's a little fortunate he didn't get called for grounding because that one was well over everyone's head.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 on a Giant
come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And you wonder, I mean, is it even possible, especially for the quarterback, to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround?
Well, we're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Because that play will stay in your mind, but somehow you have to compartmentalize. Put it aside, pick yourself up, and get moving in the right direction.
But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Boy, he almost did that himself, but it looks like he's about a foot or 2 short. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
On 3rd down, Doyle. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Hassan Reddick. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Only 29 yards on the punt there, definitely not his best. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, it told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts.
It's incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
The Giants' 21-yard line.
2nd and a couple. Herbert powering up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. This now a 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Giants are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Intercepted. The Giants take over 1st and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And Saquon going to have a Giants 1st down as the tackle made up near the 35. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they trail here to begin the 2nd half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
But that's the kind of play that was lacking all the way through the first half. Maybe this can give them a little bit of a spark because they're not out of this game by any stretch.
Play action. Here's Hurts. They'll roll him out right. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. Pushing his way through. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have got it back to within a score. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll cut it to 3 and 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Off the play fake. Doyle. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Doyle. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Giants' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Are you kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me?
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here is 3rd down and 4. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. Defensively, they were all over that. When he decided to keep it, there were a lot of eyes just darted on him.
I wonder if he followed the progressions properly there. I think maybe he really wanted to run with the football. Turned out not to be the correct decision.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Now a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
59 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
A give left side here for Herbert.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 6.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Got his man, it's Gainwell.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
They'll run here with Herbert.
So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. He'll drop to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It's a loss of 5 there on the sack to bring up 2nd and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts.
And it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he will slide down, but a penalty marker down as well. And it looks like this is going to be all for naught. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Smith catches left side. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
A handoff for Herbert.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
Herbert.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal.
They'll drop to throw. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Eagles have taken a 4th quarter lead.
And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. But they need their best drive of the game right here.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And he'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Again, it's Barkley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
103 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On 1st and 10, Doyle.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Doyle.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Campbell making the catch. And he has another first down as they get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. A good pickup there, 20 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner. Watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
It's Barkley on the counter.
Brought down that time by Nolan Smith.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Second and 5.
Off the play fake. Doyle. The short throw pulled in by Bellinger. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
Hodgins in motion. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Barkley.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Looking to throw on second down. Doyle.
And that is dropped. That could have been a game changer, but he could not hang on.
Oh, man, late in a tight ball game, every play so critical. You feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And, Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
Here's a give to Herbert. Well, I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A officially it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
2nd and 12, and you have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Back to throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
They're going to look to throw. That is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Back to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Gets around him. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10.
They'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
Gets this to Campbell out of the right side. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ball game.
And this is very unusual because